Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. So, we have been talking about Jesus, his temptations, his emotions, just all the things that made him human. And we've been doing this for quite a while, just trying to learn from him, his strategies, the responses he had to people, because he always won. Like I said, he had emotions and temptations just like us, but he mastered them. He didn't let them master him. So today, I debated on whether or not to do this, but I think that it's important that we do. It goes back to, I know it was probably a couple days last week when kind of like the point of the lesson was about being humble. And this is one that I felt like I could not pass up. This comes from Luke 14, verses 7 through 11. This is from New Living Translation. Just put it right here so I won't be going back and forth. I'm sorry. My apologies. I don't want to make y'all dizzy. But it says, when Jesus noticed that all who had come to the dinner were trying to sit. Oh, let me back up. I'm sorry. He went to eat dinner in the home of a leader of the Pharisees. And so then they started talking some stuff, of course, trying to catch him. But of course, he caught them because he threw a question at them they could not answer. But then it says, when Jesus noticed that all who had come to the dinner were trying to sit in the seats of honor near the head of the table, he gave them this advice. So here's the advice. If he gave it to them, we need to take it too. When you are invited to a wedding feast, don't sit in the seat of honor. What if someone who is more distinguished than you has also been invited? The host will come and say, give this person your seat. Then you will be embarrassed, and you'll have to take whatever seat is left at the foot of the table. Instead, take the lowest place at the foot of the table. Then, when your host sees you, he will come and say, friend, we have a better place for you. Then you will be honored in front of all the other guests. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Not a whole lot to talk about because that is so self-explanatory. Um, y'all, as we continue to walk in the promises of God, the things that He has told us that we're going to accomplish, we always talk about your gift making room for you and setting you before great men. I believe all that. I believe all that. But Jesus's advice is go in low, because if you go trying to jock for position and trying to get in the seat of honor and then you're asked to move, that's going to be embarrassing. But if you go in low and then they ask you to move, that's going to be a whole different look. So be humble. That's the bottom line. Be humble, and then those who are humble will soon be exalted. All right. This has been One More Minute with Marcy. I'll be back tomorrow with another moment of momentum producing motivation. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you got to flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future.